Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Dede with Dede at Home, and this is kind of like my intro today. I am not actually in this video, but I did want to share with you guys this braid style that I did for a client with that actually has CCCA alopecia. I actually am not a hairstylist at all, guys, so let me first start off by saying that, but there are styles that I can do on other people. I also like to do makeup as well. I do not charge people when I do their hair like this, just because I am not a professional. But I know with this particular client, I know that she has alopecia, and I just wanted to make sure that she got the style that she wanted, but I was being safe by not pulling on her hair, and that the braids were not too tight as well. So going ahead and starting off, this is freshly washed and conditioned hair, and I just parted it. I'm going to be parting the hair straight back for all of these braids, but as you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and take some styling jam, and I'm putting it on both sides of her hair as well as on her edges as well. I'm going to take a very small fine tooth comb, and then I'm just going to start in creating the boxes where I'm going to go ahead and do a 3-strand braid. I decided to do this particular style on her hair, number one, because I do not know how to cornrow. I know I told you guys several times I do not know how to cornrow, but also with this style, it controls how tight the client's hair is. So I also wanted to keep that in mind when doing her hair. And when I do this, I also saw this style here on YouTube, so this is my first time trying it. I think it turned out great, and so far so good. The whole time I was doing the client's hair, I continued to ask her, is it too tight? Do you feel any tension? I wanted to keep that in mind, because sure, she could have gone somewhere else and, paid for somebody to do her hair, but people always don't, take care of your hair. They're just, trying to get you in and get you out, and even though you say don't braid it too tight, it always ends up being too tight. So I just wanted to keep that in mind while doing her hair, because I know that I did not want this style to be too tight at all for her. So like I said, I'm using the jam, I'm putting it on her hair using a toothbrush, old school toothbrush, and then I'm just taking her hair and I'm just going to braid it with the 3 strands, and I'm not braiding it all the way down. I'm only braiding it down probably a 1/4 of the way of her hair, and then after that I'm going to stop and then go to the next piece of her hair, and then I'm going to just connect this braid to the second braid. And I know it's a little bit hard to explain, but you'll kind of have a better idea once you see me do it, so I'll just let you watch for a second. So at the beginning of this video, I know that I said that this was my first time doing her hair. This was actually the first time that I tried this particular braid hair on her hair. I did use this technique before. We actually did the butterfly locks the first time. I did record that, but it came out really well. It also did not take her hair out once she did take the butterfly locks down, so they weren't too heavy. We wanted to use the box braid style this time. The hair is a bit, it's not as thick as the butterfly locks, so we weren't sure if it was going to work, but it did. It came out great, so just make sure you keep on watching so that you can see the finished product.
I've been on a grind, yeah, like I'm really on the rails, like my life is on the line, yeah. I've been getting mines in, I've been on the you, nothing left to lose, get into the bag, yeah. I've been on the you, I'm seeing how you move, imagine all the things we get into. I need you to put me all the way, I need it all, baby. Let me see you drop it, make sure it's all the way down. I'ma keep it solid, solid. If you hold me all the way down, if you pull me all the way, I need it all, baby. Let me see you drop it, make sure it's all the way down. I'ma keep it solid, solid. I'm with you all the way. Ooh, you looking good, you got me going. I love it when you put that thing in motion. I got some things I wanna show you. Just let me in it, I bet I could have you floating. Pull up to the crib, blow up your spot, I'll make you miss it. Where you looky lost, I know you got them feeling sicko. Throwing up them bands, sit back and watch them Billies trickle. The way she do the vibes, it got me focused on that center. I hit it to your tens, come back down to keep it real. So good, I lock it down, I got a crystal for that finger. Got them bitches living, but it ain't no thing, cause I mean it when I say I've been on to you, nothing left to lose. Get into the bag, yeah. I've been on to you, I'm seeing how you move. Imagine all the things we get into. I need you to put me all the way, I need it all, baby. Let me see you drop it, make sure it's all the way down. I'ma keep it solid, solid. If you hold me all the way down, if you pull me all the way, I need it all, baby. Let me see you drop it, make sure it's all the way down. I'ma keep it solid, solid. I'm with you all the way.
here's a better look of how I actually connect the hair. So at the next box, I'll split the hair in two, and then I will take the hair that's already braided, put it in the middle, and then I will just go ahead and braid the hair so that it is kind of intertwined into it. So it's a braid, it's one of the pieces. When you think about a braid, there are three pieces of hair. So that is the way that I decided to do it, and I hope that makes sense. Just keep watching. Again, it's kind of hard to explain. It's better when you actually can see it. So again, what I do is I take her hair, I split that box into two, and then I put the braided hair in the middle, and then I go ahead and braid a traditional 3-strand braid. So also, if you are someone that has fine hair or alopecia, what you want to think about is when you're braiding your hair, where are the braids going to actually be? We decided that in this style we did not want we didn't want like a middle part basically. So we wanted to have the boxes going across, but we still wanted to have enough room there to where she goes and puts in her oils and stuff in her scalp that she would still be able to get to her scalp. So just make sure when you have a braid style that you still have enough space there so you can still take care of your natural hair. Again, I am not pulling hard on her hair. At the crown of her hair is where it is the most fine. So, just keep in mind wherever your client's hair is, or if you are doing your own hair, keep that in mind when you're doing it. Make sure you are not pulling too tight, because if it's too tight now, you know, it's just going to start to have the bumps on your head, and it's going to be sore, and you're going to have to take it down. So keep that in mind when you are doing it, and then you can just see a better view of when I put the hair in the middle and then I start to braid. Also, this helps because if you have finer hair, if you use this particular method, then you have more basically surface area to put braids on, so that it'll look a little bit more fuller. When you do the individual braids, it's really hard because you don't have enough hair to where you can actually cover up the actual thinning spot. So this is a great technique if you have alopecia. Definitely you could use crochet. Not crochet, but you could just do cornrows all the way to the back. That would work too. But again, I don't know how to cornrow, so we didn't use that particular technique. I said before, I just braided her hair all the way back, and then what I ended up doing, and this is not going to be on camera, but I ended up just kind of putting her hair all the way at the back with a thread and needle or whatever. So it's not anything fancy at the back. I just kind of pulled it up, and that's the way it's going to look once I started to actually put in the hair. So the type of hair that we're actually using is the free tress braid, box braid in medium, and it is in the color TT27. I think this hair is like 22 inches or something like that. We just picked it up from the beauty supply store. It is the crochet and a latch hook hair, so it's very easy to install. I love the crochet style hair because it's just quicker to install. This actually took me probably from start to finish about an hour. Like, it was really quick. When you're doing this particular style, the longest part is just braiding your actual hair, because it's really quick when putting in the actual crochet hair. So that's why I love it. So as you can see here, when I'm actually doing the install, what I like to do is kind of put the hair in like the foundation boxes, I guess you would call it. So I'll put the hair in each of the boxes that I guess where the braid actually starts, and I'll put it underneath. And then once I get all of the hair put in, then I'll go ahead and start to fill in the gaps, because basically when you're filling in the gaps, you can put in, you know, 2 braids in between, or you can put 1 braid in between. It just depends. I did 1, and then sometime I did 2. It just depended on where the gaps were, because ultimately I just wanted to make sure when the hair falls that, you know, you don't actually see her natural hair. So and the other thing to keep in mind is I started from the back and then I worked my way forward, but just keep in mind how many bags of hair you purchased. Oh, I will say for this style with her hair, we purchased 5 bags of hair, and I think that was the actual perfect amount. We didn't have any hair left over. I don't think I need to go back and add any additional hair to her head either, so I think it was the perfect amount. Again, when you think about how much hair you need for your actual install, it depends on, you know, the size of your head, it depends on how much hair you have and all of that. But for her hair, we only use 5 bags. Alright, you guys, so we're actually coming to the end of this install. The client really loves her hair. I love it too. It came out great. The spots that need covering, we were able to cover. She is going to be able to do a flip over method with her hair, and she'll also be able to put it up as well in like a ponytail at the top. But we absolutely love it. I love the color too. I actually am going to be doing a kind of soft lock style on my hair, so that video will be coming up soon as well. You guys know I absolutely love doing different braid styles on my hair. So if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see new videos coming out, please consider subscribing to this channel. Hit that like button if you like the video, and that notification bell so you will be notified when I do upload new videos. You guys know I struggle with recording and editing and uploading. You know, I am not that consistent, but I am definitely a work in progress. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you back really soon in my next one. Bye.